Hi, my name is Mikaela, and I'll be telling the story of the brave Hua Mulan. In the 150 AD, there was a girl named Hua Mulan. She lived in a small village with her family. But when the emperor knew that there was a Roman army going to attack them, he commanded that all men must join the army to protect their nation. When Hua Mulan's father got his conscription notice, he had to go to this war because he had no son and he wanted to fulfill his duty. But when Mulan knew about that, he could not let her old and ill father go into war. So, at midnight, she stole her father's armor and stole his sword, slipped away with the family's horse. When Hua Mulan arrived, she assigned for warrior in duty. She introduced herself as Hua Hu's son, Hua Jun. She quickly demonstrated that she was very good at martial arts and sword fighting. By that, she earned respect of many men and even the commander. The commander asked for Hua Jun to marry his daughter because the commander didn't know that Hua Jun was actually Hua Mulan, a woman. Hua Jun refused politely and left the tent. The army knew that the Roman army was being helped by a strong witch named Semarang. So they quickly prepared for battle and trained for weeks. When it was time for the battle, Semarang led Mulan to a quiet place and tricked her and shot her in the chest so she would die. But Hua Mulan survived because she only fainted and because she has worn a chest plate under her armor clothes. When she got back, she found out that her friends were endangered. So she quickly thanked and goes to the other side of the snowy mountain and behind the Roman army. She quickly placed all the helmets, the spare ones, and shot 1 to 3 people in the Roman army. They noticed and turned their cannonballs, shot it at the snowy mountains. There came an avalanche, and they were all struck by it and died. Mulan quickly ran down before the avalanche, so she survived. So she decided that she would reveal herself as a woman. She took off her headband and took off some of her armor to show her long hair. They were all shocked, even the commander. The commander punished Mulan to be out of the army, and if she ever come back, she would be executed. Semarang knew what happened, so she went to Mulan and talked to her about going to the Roman army because she was strong and very reliable. Mulan boldly refused and left. And then she found out that Buri Khan hit the emperor to kill him. She went to find Semarang, and then she found Semarang in the room of the emperor. She tried to convince Semarang to show where Buri Khan hit the emperor. Semarang at first did not allow Mulan, but when Mulan said that she would earn many respect and she would be known as a noble woman who helped her nation, she showed Mulan the way as a form of a bird, because that's what she wanted, to have respect of many people. But Buri Khan noticed that Semarang led Mulan to the place and shot Semarang in the chest and died. She died in pride. When fighting Buri Khan, Mulan's sword fell down to the lava pit. Since it was a construction building, it was a very tall one. So when Mulan knew what to do, she grabbed Buri Khan's sword and cut the rope he was at, and then he fallen down. But Buri Khan survived that fall and shot the emperor instead. The emperor now has great catching skills and catched the arrow Buri Khan was shooting at and throw it at him. Buri Khan didn't catch the arrow, and then he died. The next day, Mulan was gifted a crest and to be the officer for the emperor. But Mulan did not accept to become the officer, but she accepted the crest and decided to go back home and showed the gifts and apologized to her family for leaving. Her family was very happy to see her again. But Mulan didn't know that the army was following Mulan to get another gift for her. A brand new sword for her and her family. And then they threw a party for welcome back Mulan. That's the end of the story. But the moral of the story is, it's okay to be yourself, and Hua Mulan's braveness saved her family and bring victory to her nation. Thank you, bye.